Shalom, shalom. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Soon just got back from the gym. About to get into the last couple of chapters of Proverbs, so we can move to Ecclesiastes and keep the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be days where you don't feel like reading. It's gonna be days where you don't feel like going to the gym. It's gonna be days where you don't feel like being righteous. But as long as you have the discipline and the want to do it, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna happen for you. Don't have no doubt in your mind that something that can be done, and just know that in your mind it can be done, and transfer that into reality. Manifest whatever into reality. Alright, I stopped at 27 yesterday. I'm about to finish this all the way out to Ecclesiastes. We only got 4 more chapters. This title is chapter 28 is called Observations on Empathy and Religious Integrity. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. For the transgression of a land, many are the princes thereof, but by a man of understanding and knowledge the state thereof shall be prolonged. A poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain, which leaveth no food. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Stop there. They that forsake the law praise the wicked. So you forsaking the law, or not abiding by the law, or not doing the law, you praise the wicked, because that's lawlessness, and lawlessness is attributed to being wicked. But such as keep the law, you apply the law, you abide by the law, you contend with people that are wicked, the lawlessness ones. Evil men understand not judgment, so wicked people don't understand righteous judgment. But they that seek the Lord understand all things. So people that seek the Lord, seek righteousness, they understand all things. Better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. So better is it that you're poor of you don't really have any physical money and stuff like that, but you walk in uprightness, you walk in integrity, you walk in honor, than somebody who's perverse in his ways and he's rich. It could be a rich millionaire, but he likes to rape people, or he thinks it's okay to lie to people, steal, kill, all these bad things and stuff like that, but he's rich though. So that's basically what that's saying. Whoso keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is a companion of riotous men shameth his father. He that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. So if you cause somebody that's seeking after righteousness, or somebody that's righteous, to go astray and to turn to evil, you're going to fall into your own pit or your own trap. But the upright shall have good things in possession. The rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor that have understanding searcheth him out. When righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, a man is hidden. So when the righteous men rejoice, there is great glory. People want to be around. People don't go into hiding. The land is more fruitful. People are helping one another when the righteous rejoice. But when the wicked rise, men hide. People act like they don't know judgment. They act like they ain't see nothing, they ain't hear nothing, they don't know nothing. They hide themselves. They're not really, they're afraid, they're in fear, because they don't want to be killed. So, of course, that just happened. That was corny, but we keep it going. We ball out. The wind just pushed my phone down, but we ball out. Let's keep it going. I'm on Proverbs 28, verse 13. He that covereth his sin shall not prosper, but whosoever confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy. So the person who covereth his sins and don't confess their sins or tell people their sins and stuff like that, that person will never prosper in life with anything that they do. But whosoever confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy. So if you tell your sins or confess your sins to your Heavenly Father, He will forgive you and you will have mercy if you truly have a repentant heart. Happy is the man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief. So hardening your heart, you're going to fall into mischief every time. Because you're going to think that you know everything, that you're just going to keep hardening your heart and not be able to receive anything because you keep hardening it. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. The prince that wanteth understanding, also a great oppressor, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. Let no man stay him. Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved, but he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. I'm on Proverbs 28, verse 19. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread. So the person that tilleth their land, they're not lazy, they work, they gonna have plenty of bread. But he that followeth after vain purposes shall have poverty enough. So you following after vain things, you're gonna be in poverty. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. So a faithful man that is patient will have many blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent, and they most likely will lose their riches, and their riches will come with many sorrows. To have a respect of persons is not good, for a piece of bread that man will transgress. So you having a respect of persons is not good, because anything will make you to change your judgment, your righteous judgment. You feel what I'm saying? Like a piece of bread can make you to perverse your judgment and to lie or to do wrong just because you have a respect of person. So even if you like that person or you are fond of that person, you need to tell that person the truth and always be able to correct that person if that person steps out of line, no matter what. Even if that's your favorite person, even that person hates you, you want to not have a respect of persons. He that hasteth to be rich have an evil eye. So, well, let me finish the rest of the verse before I break that down. He that hasteth to be rich have an evil eye, and considereth not the poverty shall come upon him. So the person who is quick to be rich, they have an evil eye. They're always doing evil just to gain the riches and stuff like that, not knowing that the poverty shall come upon him, because in the end of gaining things by wicked means is going to be death every time if you gain something by wicked means. He that rebuketh a man afterwards shall find more favor than he that flattereth with the tongue. So, like I said earlier in those earlier verses, to not have a respect of persons, if you rebuke a man, you will have more favor than somebody that flattereth with the tongue, or tell a person all the things that they want to hear, but not what they need to hear. You feel what I'm saying? So it's better to rebuke that person if they're in the wrong than telling them, oh, you doing everything right, but they're really not doing everything right. So you need to tell the truth, no matter how that person feels. You know that you love somebody if you tell them the truth, no matter what. Whoso robbeth his father or mother, and saith it is no transgression, same is the companion of a destroyer. He that is proud is of a proud heart stirreth up strife, but he that putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse. So the person who giveth unto the poor, when they have it, shall never lack. But he that hideth his eyes and act like they don't see the poor will have many curses. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. So when the wicked people rise, or the crime rate rise, people hide themselves, men hide themselves, they are afraid. But when they perish, the righteous people increase. I'm on verse 29. Chapter 29, verse 1. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed and without remedy. So if you being reproved and you keep hardening your neck, like keep being hard headed, you shall suddenly be destroyed and be without remedy. You won't have nothing that will heal you from that destruction that you caused yourself. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Facts. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. The community wants to do better. People want to help people. People are not in hiding. People are not in fear. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. People hate justice. They want to do the wrong things. They want to be evil, be wicked, and stuff like that when the wicked is in rule. Whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. The king by judgment established the land, but he that receiveth gifts overthroweth. A man that flattereth his neighbor spreadeth a net for his feet. In the transgression of evil men there is a snare, but the righteous do sing and rejoice. The righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it. So the righteous, they're going to consider the cause of the poor. They're not going to just be proud, and they're not going to be what's the word I'm looking for? They're not going to be snarky with that person. They're not going to look at them with a condescending type of look. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people who are wicked, they're going to look at the poor people with condescendingness, like, oh, this person is less than, or oh, this person's going to continue to buy crack if I help them and stuff like that. You're looking down on them. You're not trying to uplift them. But the righteous person, they consider the cause of the poor, and they try to uplift the poor. Scornful men bring a city into a snare, but wise men turn away wrath. If a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether he rage or laugh, there is no rest. So a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether he rage or laugh, there will never be rest, because that foolish man will never understand or get it. So it's better to just leave that foolish man to his own devices and not partake in his foolishness, because there will never be rest for you if you partake in it. The bloodthirsty hate the upright. The people who seek after blood, they hate people who are righteous, because they want to keep doing wickedness. And a person that stands against that wickedness, they hate. That's me breaking it down. That's not the verse. The rest of the verse is, but the just seek his soul. Facts. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in until afterwards. So a fool's going to uttereth all his mind. He's not going to be conscious or think about what he says out his mouth before he says it. But the wise person, they're going to think about what they say before they say it. They're not going to just blurt out anything and everything that's on their mind. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. So if a person that's a king or anything hearkens to lies, or versus his judgment and stuff like that, all the people that's under him is wicked. The poor and the deceitful man meet together. The Lord lighteneth both their eyes. The king that faithfully judges the poor, his throne shall be established forever. So the king that faithfully judges the poor with righteous judgment, his throne shall be established forever, because it's established through righteousness and not wickedness. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. So the rod and reproof basically Some would say the rod is you beating your child, or and the reproof is you correcting them through using your words. The rod and reproof give wisdom to that child so that they know better next time, compared to you just not correcting your child and you leaving them alone. That child will bring shame to his family because he's going to keep growing in wickedness because no one corrects him, and they think that their child is their friend when they're I'm getting tongue twisted, when they're the parent. Bear with me too, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get tongue twisted, sometimes I be really trying to think about what I say before I just say it, you feel what I'm saying? So just give me a second if I start to trip up. Cause just know that, look, God gonna give me all the right things to say, so just give me a second. I gotta really think about what I'm saying. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth. So when there are more wicked people, transgressions or things that are evil, things that are done evilly, they're going to increase. But the righteous shall see their fall. The righteous going to see the fall of the wicked. Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Yea, he shall give delight unto thy soul. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. A servant will not be corrected by words, for though he understand, he will not answer. A servant will not be corrected by words, for though he understand, he will not answer. Seest thou a man that is hasty in his words? There is more hope of a fool than of him. Like I just said, sometimes you got to take your time with your words. You can't just be hasty to blurt out anything and everything that comes to your mind. So just take your time with your words, and that's something I need to learn more too. He that delicately bringeth up his servant from a child shall have him become his son at the length. An angry man stirreth up strife, and a furious man aboundeth in transgression. A man's pride shall bring him low, but the honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. So the pride of a man or a woman shall bring them low, but the honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Whoso is partnered with a thief hateth his own soul. He that heareth cursing and berafeth it not. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord. And an unjust man is an abomination to the just. He that is upright in the way of an abomination to the wicked. So, to the wicked man or to the abomination, to the wicked man is an abomination to be upright or be righteous. The words of Agar, the son of Jakeh, even the prophecy the man spake unto Ethiel, unto Ethiel you call, surely I am more brutish than any man, and have not the understanding of a man. I neither learn wisdom nor have knowledge of the holy. Who have ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who have gathered the wind in his fist? Who have bound the waters in a garment? Who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? Every word of God is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. Two things have I required to thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanities and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain. I keep getting off face. I wish I had a hair tie. Where did I stop at? I'm on Proverbs 30, verse 10. Accuse not a servant unto his master, lest he curse thee, and thou be found guilty. There is a generation that curseth their father and doeth not bless their mother. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, yet is not washed from their filthiness. In my opinion, that generation is right now. That they're pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their own filthiness. But they want to talk about everybody else, but they got their own filthiness and things that they need to worry about. There is a generation, oh hope. There is a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. The horse leech hath 2 daughters, crying, Give, give. There are 3 things that are never satisfied, yea, 4 things say not, It is enough. The grave, the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that saith not, It is enough. The eye that mocketh after his father, and despiseth to obey his mother. The ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagles shall eat it. There be 3 things which are too wonderful for me, yea, 4 which I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, and the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. What's up, my boy? Wagwan. Oh, I know it's hot, man. But I'm trying to focus on the goodness, man. We blessed to be able to wake up this morning, man.
Why wouldn't you be
You already know.
Sure.
I'm gonna get with you, bro.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna get with you. Be safe. There be 3 things. Hold on, give me a second. Something in my eye. And this wind keep trying to push this book away, my pages away. Alright, we almost done. Then we can move on to Ecclesiastes maybe later or tomorrow. But I'm definitely about to finish Proverbs right now. I might as well. Such is the way of an adulteress. No. Let me start at verse 19. Proverbs 30, verse 19. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness. For 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth, and a fool when he is filled with meat. For odious woman when she is married, and a handmaid that is heir to her mistress. There be 4 things which are little upon the earth, but they are exceeding wise. The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their meat in the summer. The conies are but a feeble folk, yet make they their houses in the rocks. The locusts have no king, yet they go forth all of them by bands. The spider taketh hold with her hands, and is in the king's palaces. There be 3 things which go well, yea, 4 are commonly in going. A lion which is strongest among beasts, and turneth not away for any. A grey hound, and he go also, and the king against whom there is no rising up. If thou done foolishly and lifting up thyself, or if thou hast thought evil, lay thine hand upon thy mouth. Surely the churning of milk bringeth forth butter, and the wringing of the nose bringeth forth blood. So the forcing of wrath bringeth forth strife. So it was just a bunch of analogies and things that you can compare certain things to. Don't think too hard on these verses. Just meditate on it, and it's going to come. At the understanding, the wisdom and understanding you seek after is going to come about. Proverbs 31, it's the last chapter. The words of King Lemuel, bear with me. I'm trying to pronounce his name. Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him, what my son, and what the son of my womb, and what the son of my vows. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be heavy of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb and the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. So let me go into that. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're not supposed to judge as a follower of Christ and stuff like that." But right there it says, "Open thy mouth, judge righteously." You're supposed to judge righteously. You're not supposed to just make any type of judgment. But when you judge in righteousness, that's what you're called to do, to judge righteously. But you just judging by falseness and stuff like that, then that's not what you're supposed to do. But if you judge righteously, then yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And I like this one. We're on Proverbs 31, and 10 through 31 is going to be about finding a woman of God, a good wife. Who could find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rupees. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. And she worketh willingly with her hands. She is not the wife that's just going to take from her husband. She's going to work with her husband. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens, still putting in work. So the virtuous woman is not a lazy woman, and the virtuous woman is not a take person. She gives. She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hand she planteth a vineyard, more work. She's not lazy. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to spindle, and her hands to hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all the household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestries. Her clothing is silk and purple, still putting in more work. She's not a lazy woman. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in the time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. She's not a lazy person, like I keep reiterating. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and she eateth not the bread of idleness. Idleness just means staying in one place and not doing nothing. So she's always doing something. She's always being active. She's not a lazy person. She's an active person. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but the woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. Amen. So that was Proverbs 31. I just finished the whole book of Proverbs. Now tomorrow we're gonna go into Ecclesiastes. Yeah, man. Well, you see what I mean? Like, you just take your time. You can do 1 or 2 chapters a day. Really meditate on what you are reading, and just take your time. Don't be in a rush to read like 10, 15, 30 chapters a day. You know what I'm saying? You can just read one or two and just really meditate on those scriptures and to really try to understand what you're reading before you try to move on to the next thing. Because that's how people don't get the full understanding of every chapter, because they're just in a rush to read everything quickly. So really take your time and be patient. And what I get from that, those chapters I read is the righteous will make the world rejoice, and the wicked will make the world be in fear. So what I will say is choose righteousness over wickedness. Don't hold hands with the wicked. If you see somebody being wicked, call it out. Don't allow it to have to take hold in your community, or that's what's going to make our communities bad, is if we keep allowing wickedness to take root and we don't uproot it. You feel what I'm saying? Just because you might like that person, don't have a respect the person just because you know that person for a long time, or whatever the case may be is, or he's loved in the neighborhood, whatever the case may be is. Don't give them a pass to do. I was about to cuss, but I caught myself. I don't give them a pass to do wicked stuff, or to be an evil person, or to commit destruction in their community. They need to be held accountable, and they need to change their ways. If they're not willing to change their ways, people need to exile these people, and they really need to start standing up for themselves. The community need to stand up together. All the righteous need to stand up with the righteous to battle against the wicked. We're not supposed to bend over to the wicked people. We're supposed to go against them and contend with them. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, I hope everybody has a blessed day. I hope that you find peace. I hope that you reflect on things that you need to reflect on, and change things that you need to change. Don't just read things, actually apply what you're reading into your actual life. Focus on the people that you can help, but before you help anybody, you need to help yourself first. And once you help yourself, then you can help other people, because then you'll know what other people need, because you know what you need. All right, with that being said, shalom, shalom.